So this morning, hallelujah! So many of us were gathered around the computer yesterday evening watching the election results, and we're just so thrilled and astonished and relieved and happy about the fact that Obama won. And I think for me there's a number of factors that play into it. First of all, the message of unifying people instead of separating them. And that's so much in accord with what we as Buddhists try and practice, of including people, including all sentient beings, working for the benefit of everybody. So knowing politics in Washington, it's not going to be an easy thing, and what happens next is not going to be easy, but having that message out there is so important, I think, for people, not only for the country as a whole, but for people individually, feeling that there's some positive sense and optimistic sense in the world. And then also for those of us who grew up during the civil rights era, where we just saw so much incredible suffering and prejudice and hatred, even among sometimes people we know and loved, and how painful that was for us. To have an African American president is something I just, it's so unbelievable that it happened in our lifetime, And I know that's harder for the younger people to understand, because you didn't live through that era. But it was so painful, And even, I went to the Martin Luther King museum once when I was in Atlanta, and it has so many pictures of lynchings there, which even happened in my lifetime, and just to see that the country has changed, and that is sending a message to the rest of the world too, that it's possible that maybe America won't be just a place where the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, but maybe a place where, immigrants from everywhere in the world can come and not just have the American dream of getting rich, because that doesn't lead us anywhere, but having the American dream of personal freedom, in the sense of not having other people control your lives, and have the freedom to get an education, have the freedom to follow the things that are in our heart, and to really, like in our case, have the religious freedom to be a minority religion in a country that has separation of church and state, whereas many places in the world this doesn't exist, and so it's very nice to feel happy after a presidential election. It's a rare experience. So I think we can take the day to be joyful, even though knowing that it's not always going to be joyful in the next few years. But, And then, from our part, doing our part in this country to make the world a better place. Some of my monastic brothers and sisters feel that monastics should not vote. We shouldn't be involved in politics whatsoever. I don't consider voting being entrenched in politics. I see it as the duty and the privilege of somebody who cares about the world. And so, you know, our few little votes here at the Abbey, joined with the votes of many, many other sentient beings, hopefully can bring a positive change to the country and the world.